our series on godliness and spirituality. Now, I'm going to start this series on journeying with the Lord God. Journeying with the Lord God. If you want to journey with the Lord God, I'm going to show you the steps you are going to take. Part 1, I'm going to take part 1 today. It's going to have about 5 parts, 5 sessions. I'm going to take the first part, journeying with the Lord God. What are you supposed to be in this first? What are you supposed to do in this first part? Removing the idol of jewelries. Removing the idol of jewelries. That is what we are going to do. Romans chapter 12, if you read from verse 1 to 2, it says, I beseech you, my beloved brethren, by the mercies of the living God, that you present your bodies, not your souls now. You know, some people will say, Christianity, following God is in the heart. He said, I beseech you by the message of the living God that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. You want to give the first reasonable service? Present your bodies a living sacrifice. Let me read some portions of the Bible, some portions of the scriptures. Exodus chapter 33, I read from verse 1 to 6. Exodus chapter 33. And the Lord said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, that thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, and unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanites, the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto the land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And when the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no man did put on. That is the key word. And no man did put on his ornaments. For the Lord God has said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment, and consume thee therefore. Now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do with thee. And the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by the mount of Horeb. By the mount of Horeb. Let me read another portion. Scriptures 35, Genesis 35, 1 to 5. Genesis 35, 1 to 5. And the Lord God said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make thee an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when they fled from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said unto his household, and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among thee. Put away, that's the instruction. Put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean and clean, and change your ornaments. And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I sent. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hands, and all their earrings which were in their ears. And Jacob did hid under the oak which was by Shechem. And they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities and the terror of God, as they did that, was upon the cities that were around about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. You see what happened? And the terror of the people around fell upon the terror of the people. Terror fell upon the people because of what they have done. Let me read the last portion before we make the final analysis. Isaiah chapter 3. I read from verse 16. Moreover, the Lord God said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walked with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes, walking and missing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with his cap the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, their cords, and their round ties, like the moon, the chains, and the bracelets, and the mufflers, and the bonnets, and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings, and the rings, and the nose jewels, and the changeable shoes of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linens, and the hoods, and the veils. It shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, which shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of a well set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and a burning instead of beauty, and the men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty in the war, and their gates shall be shut, and her gates shall lament, and the ornament, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. You see what happened there? What the Lord mentioned that was manifesting in pride among the people of God, among the daughters of Zion. What they were putting on, what they were using to decorate themselves, no jewels, no jewelries, and they were putting on chains, they were putting on rings, they were putting on earrings, they were putting on headbands, and they were putting all these ornaments of decoration upon them. And the Lord looked at them, and these people that were supposed to be the children of God, they were looking nasty, they were looking dirty, they were looking filthy in the eyes of God. In the spiritual realm, they were looking like harlots, they were looking very filthy in the spiritual realm. And the Lord said no, they had to remove all those things. You know, when the house of Jacob, the Lord asked them, Jacob, you are going to do something, go back and reconcentrate yourself. So reconsecrate yourself. And so Jacob called all the members of the family. You know what they did? When all the members of the family came, he said, sanctify yourself, purge yourself, prepare yourself, remove all the strange gods. You know the strange gods? Jacob only said, remove the strange gods. And you know what they did? They removed the earrings, they removed all the chains, and they removed all the things that we are making them to attach themselves to the strange gods, that were making them servants of strange gods, servants of demons and devils, servants of evil spirits. And they were able, and when they removed that, it testified. When they removed all those things and throw all those things away, you know what happened? The fear of the house of Jacob fell upon the people in the cities. And none of the people in the cities, none of the inhabitants of the cities, as Jacob was joining with the family, none of the people in the cities that pursued Jacob, they were afraid. The fear of Jacob fell upon them, and they were so afraid that they did not pursue Jacob and the family. You saw what happened? And that's that. And God told Moses, if I want to walk with these people, if I want to journey with these people, if I want to come in the midst of these people, you know what these people are going to do? They are going to sanctify themselves. They are going to change their apparel. They are going to remove all those filthy garments. And when Moses explained what this evil that they had done, by all the earrings, by all the things that they were wearing, when Moses explained all this, the Lord said, these were evil. I cannot walk with them. If they want me to walk with them, let them remove all this. Let them remove all this. Let them change their apparel. Let them come in the form that I created them. And when they did that, they removed all their earrings. They removed all those apparels that were making them to look like demons and devils, to resemble demons and devils in the spiritual realm. And when they did that, the Lord said, okay, now they have removed this, I will now see how to walk with them. I will now come in their midst. I will now be able to dwell in their midst and guide them and move with them. So I look into journeying with the Lord God, part 1, removing the idol of jewelry. Removing the idol of jewelry, removing the idol of chains, removing the idol of headbands, removing the idol of rings. You know, some people wear rings. You know, some people wear talisman. They put all these things on their waist. They put all the chains, all the jujus, all the charms, all the talisman, all the armlets. They are wearing them all over. If you do that, you make yourself a hatred, an object of abhorrence before God, an object of hatred before God. If you do that, you are not, God will not be in your midst. God will be separated from you. God will not even come closer to you. And if you are desiring to see God and you are putting all these things, if you are desiring to walk with God and you are putting all these things, you are an eyesore before God. You will be an eyesore before God. But if you want to sincerely journey with God, remember the title is Joining with the Lord God, part 1. How do you want to join with the Lord God, part 1? Remove the idol of jewelry. Remove the idol of jewelry. Remove the idol of rings, nose rings, leg rings, hand rings, chains all over you. Some people are putting the eye rings. Some people are painting their eyes like harlots, like Jezebel. Some people are putting all earrings all over their earrings, putting nose rings, putting mouth rings, putting hand rings. If you do that, you'll be an eyesore before God. Putting headbands, if you do that before, you are going to be an eyesore before God. Putting chains all over you, putting charms, talisman, jujus, you are going to be an eyesore before God. If you want to work with God, if you want to agree with me and say, yes, I want to join in with the Lord God, remove the idol of jewelries. That's the first part. Remove the idol of jewelries. That is the first part. And then come and join in with the Lord. Joining with the Lord God, part 1. Removing the idol of jewelries. If you do that, the fear of God, the fear of the Lord will be upon you. And then that fear of the Lord will be upon you, will cause the people to fear the presence of God, the covering of God upon your life. And you will be a terror to your enemies. Your enemies will dare not come near you. The fire that will be around you will be a consuming fire, and will be able to destroy the enemies that want to come around to harm you. Journey with the Lord, part 1. Remove the idol of jewelries, and the Lord will be with you. Present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. Thank you, and God bless you. Join me in the next series of John, part 2, joining with the Lord, what we are going to see there.